I came home late that night, but it didn't matter. There was no one else waiting for me. No one who would care. Someone was just using them to smuggle drugs out of the country. They were couriers, pack mules.
Gentlemen, this is Agent Sawyer from DEA. So sit down and listen to what he has to say.
Your detective was right about your victims. They were probably couriers, drug mules. Every one of them had traces of diphenhydramine in their system.
So, what? They were smuggling drugs to Europe? Is it even worth it?
Normally, it's not. But there is one thing that is very unusual about this. The drug you found on the crime scene was cocaine with almost 98% purity. That's the highest purity we've ever seen. And with product this pure, that's something else. There is no way to get product of this quality anywhere in Europe. And some people in certain circles are willing to pay big money for something like that. It's a status thing more than anything else. You could sell 1 pound of this on the street in New York for 10 grand. Or sell it in certain parts of London for 200,000.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
And why are they using the young girls for this?
It's a perfect cover, really. It's a one-time deal. These girls are clean, they have no connection to the drug trade, so they buy them a ticket, pay for a nice vacation, use them to take drugs back to Europe, and still make 150 grand on them.
Do we know who is behind this?
Illegal drug market in the Northwest is controlled by 2 major groups. The first one is led by a man called Santiago. As far as we know, he came from South America 10 years ago and overtook most of the drug market in this area. He's a really unstable man. His organization is controlled by brutality and fear. Although he owns almost 80% of the market, he deals mostly in low-grade and low-quality drugs. But in the last few years, a new name started to show up. Thomas Kaufman.
Kaufman? The owner of the warehouse where we found our last victim?
Yes. He hides his illegal drug business behind a legal import-export company. Unlike Santiago, Kaufman is actually intelligent. He's not selling drugs on the streets, and instead, he's focusing on higher-class clients and more expansive drugs. They have the market divided between themselves, with Santiago selling the quantity and Kaufman selling the quality. That's why they managed to stay out of each other's throats, until now.
So, if someone was using European students to smuggle high-quality drugs out of the country, it would be Kaufman.
Yes.
And if someone learned about this, someone with violent tendencies, he might want to send a message and kill the girls before they leave the country.
Exactly.
So, what is going to happen now?
We want you to continue your investigation.
That is not what I expected.
We've been trying to get them for years now. And we've been close, trust me. But it never worked. This time, it's different. They made a mistake. And we can get them for good. That's why we don't want to interfere until we have to. We feel like more DEA agents might alert them. You continue your investigation. If we can get them convicted based on your evidence, then they have no chance.
Yeah, right. Won't interfere until they have to take all the credit for our work.
Shut up, Carlos. You heard the man. Now get back to work.
might get a